Well, hello everybody. Seems I'm gonna break my celibacy from Facebook Lives. I'm doing this. It's a Easter Sunday gift. Massive resurrection here because, folks, we've secured our accountant. I want to thank Leanna Minato. She is the one who found the Quebec accountant, who is a registered auditor, has registered federal parties. Just confirmed 5 minutes ago after talking with him. There's a fairly substantial retainer. I'm going to pay for that because we can't take donations till we're officially registered. We have all our T's crossed, I's dotted. Can't even take money from people. So I'm going to do that. That's my gift for the party. That's what we're doing going forward. But folks, within 3 months, we're going to be a federally recognized party. I'm going to contact two ladies, actually three ladies now. We're going to fire back up on the website. I'm going to reopen. The website's already open, but I'm going to get active on it again, post this video. We're going to open it up to membership forms again, the Elections Canada registration forms. I have to travel back to Alberta here in May. I've scheduled holidays anyway, where I'll be submitting the full package with the final piece, the auditor, the accountant, and the firm. We're finished. We're finished. So we'll be contacting everybody within the board of the party, those that have come together over this journey to get this party registered. From there, we'll open everything up as we get registered, but we got to do that process. So for the next probably 2-3 months, we're going to take signature drives to attach you to the party. After that, I'm going to do like I did with the petition letter. We will publish that to everybody through email because that was the communications done. And I'll be doing that through the website again. And of course, everyone will know, did my form get in? Did my submission get in? Oh, I'm missing, and we'll go through all that. Because honestly, at the federal level and the costs, it's already pretty substantial just for the retainer that I'm going to pay to get that done, which is okay. I'm good with that. But moving forward, we need to take donations. We're going to have to sell merchandise, all those things, host events, travel, all kinds of things like that. We're going to have to build EDAs, electoral district associations, in every riding. We have to do that right across Canada. And the beautiful thing here is, folks, is it'll be free for now. And for those who start as the founders of this party, founding lifetime memberships, everybody else after that, as Canada changes and people start realizing what's happening with our country and they start flooding into our party, everyone's going to have to pay a membership. So if you don't get on this initial drive in the initial registration, post that. People are not going to be working for free. I'm not going to be touring Canada for free. I mean, or at least on our own expenses. People can't do that. You have to be compensated. It's not a small endeavor. It takes time and energy, and then people got to work for a living too. So we are a grassroots, we the people party, and I will hold that until the party is registered. After that, it will be paid memberships because, again, we have to go through accountants, we have firms, we have people we have to pay to. Not my model, it's the Canadian model. We still have to bow down to, and I'm okay with that because I know not all of you friends and followers, you, the founding membership, just like the brave petition signers, it's the Canadians that don't want to come on but are sitting in the background. Just like Alberta independence, what we ramped up in 2019 in majority, now you're seeing that hundredfold expansion. That's what's going to happen with a legal registered party. When people can look up and go, oh, the Crown registered this. Oh, this is real. This is legal. It's no longer a movement. It's an actual political entity. Now Canadians have their Crown's permission. I know for Americans who listen to this video, I know these things don't sit well with you. I know these concepts and ideas of humanity go, what? We're not into that. But that's just how it is. And I can't change the masses. As you all see, Donald J. Trump can't change the masses in Canada. This is the path. This really is. Whether it's 3 to 5 years, as Donald J. Trump has disclosed, in the hard road, as I say, it could even actually be longer, depending on all what? Canadians, as it always was and always was going to be. So this is a big step. It's like the moon landing and the first step on the moon in Canada. It'll be the first time that Canadians took that step themselves towards statehood by officially putting it in an election cycle and all election cycles to come, making it legal, making it a democratic choice of the people of Canada, First Peoples of Canada. And that's what has to be done. And I know a lot of folks think certain ways or get discouraged on things, but I've always known this path to be the one that has to be. I've always known my Canada. I've always known my regions. I've toured it extensively. I've even toured many, many Indian nations and Indian reserves, probably like nobody else currently alive today, unless they work in those industries. But, I did that as an average Joe, and I don't think people can really quantify that or understand that or where I get my perspectives. It comes from all of you in each of your regions, your towns, your cities, your villages, your reserves. That's where I get my perspectives. That's how I get my strength for Canada, the 51st state. And we're going to pursue that. As we get rolling and we build, and that takes time. I know that. Democracy's slow. Donald J. Trump understands that too. This is going to be a slow process. To put it in perspective, Alberta independence has moved 100-fold. It still needs to move another 100-fold after where it is today. Just like for Canada, the 51st state, we're going to build this and then move another 100-fold from extreme minority to something maybe like People's Party of Canada, but we're going to be PCC, not Crown. We're going to be the real deal, Party of the Canadian Constitutionalists, all about getting power to what? Turn the power over to the people, to destroy the Crown. And for the first time ever, not only in world history, absolutely Canada history, but world history, we're going to identify the autocratic Crown. And we're going to show all of you why we need thousands and thousands of everyday Canadians to assume the many thousands of Crown-appointed positions you've all literally never heard of. All federally appointed and provincially, but through the federal Crown appointed. And we're going to teach you that. We're going to showcase that in our platform. Now, once this registration's done in the next 3 months, these are the things we're going to showcase. We're going to teach you constitutional conventions, how we use those Crown appointments to get the job done. How do we grind down all the opposition? We're going to show you using the same autocratic power to absolutely destroy that power. And it's going to require thousands and thousands of you. If you thought EDAs, the 1,500 required people for the EDAs across Canada, for the MPs is something, no. It is. It's a big portion. It's the public portion, and it's the spirit of Democratic Canada that's not. I'm going to showcase for the first time in world and Canadian history, probably very dangerous, but it's so important for Americans to see it, all Canadians to know it, to be able to read that platform and go, is this for real? Is this what Canada really is? Yeah, it really is. These are real appointed positions, and we explain it to you point blank, as you will be able to go through our website and be able to adopt the party. When a lot of Canadians, knowing the party's legal, knowing that it's not wrong to get involved in it, that you're not a traitor, as David Eby said, and many others. You've got the media on hyper overdrive on Donald J. Trump. He's not going to annex Canada. I want to say this to everybody. I've always known that Donald J. Trump or any president of the United States was never going to forcibly take Canada. They have never done that. Unless they're in a war with countries and there were spoils of war. These are major wars like the destruction of the Spanish Empire and the subsequent signing off of 5 regions for the United States, or other conflicts like Mexico, which is more of the Spanish. Those things happened in history, but for a long time, USA's learned that people who don't want to be with you don't go well. And that the best thing to do was to be like the old story of the man with the coat and the wind versus the sun. And the sunshine comes out and the man takes his jacket off because he's sweating, whereas the wind blowed and blowed and the man kept the coat on tighter than tighter. That's why the statehood process, American annexation, that is not King fuck-ass Charles and its stupid bitch mother Elizabeth. I'm going to say that. Trump's been swearing lately. I'm going to swear too, because it's frustration. It's extreme frustration with humanity lost. When that special rapporteur for First Queen Elizabeth, special writer, biographer, right, Royal Commission folks, right, goes out, interviews Trump, and then publishes this. Remember in Oxford, everybody. In Oxford, because of British Empire, annexation is always by military force. That's the history of the world of the British Empire. That's Oxford definition. That is the wind in the story. That's British Empire. They will blow hard, even blowing your face right off or killing you in the process. That's what British Empire has done always. And that is the Oxford crazy fascist definition that they all believe in royally today, still to this day. And America's the sunshine. They don't do that. They go through a process of the Enabling Act. You make that decision willingly on your terms as you, the people. Americans don't vote for your statehood approval. You do. You do. As all states of the Union have had to, it's been through referendum of the people pursuing statehood. Nobody else. Nobody else. Doesn't matter which American states. They don't have a say. They don't have a say. You're the only say when you get on your graces and you go open the door to the Congressional building. You walk in there and you apply for the Enabling Act, winning Prime Minister with Governor General of Canada in tow. That's as simple as it is. The referendum for the people of Canada come after they've had constitutional conventions. Who are the people of Canada? All the voting people of Canada, and absolutely every single First Nations reserve, whether it be Indian under Indian Act directly, that's ceded or unceded, whether that's Métis or whether that's Inuit. All of you, yes, the ICC too, all of you will get the conventions and you build your constitution. You all vote that through, and then you go on, and America, Congress goes through and says, well done, or this is shit, you didn't follow the instructions, back to the table, be gone with you, come back when you've taken this seriously, reapply. That's how it works. Some nations have taken upwards of 85 years to get it done. There's still First Nations doing it. There's still territories of the Union trying to get it done. It's all up to you, and we're going to show you how to streamline that, how to get that done. Don't be worried about countries. Countries move the fastest. Countries have historically always moved the fastest. California, Texas moved very, very quickly once they started the process, once they got on the constitutional conventions. The people quickly moved when they realized, we're making this country. This is my document. I'm here. This is for me. This isn't for my politicians. That's what we plan. Sorry, I should have coffee. That's what we plan to give to all of you, and that's what we're going to do. That's what Canada, the 51st state, PCC, Party of the Canadian Constitutionalists. And folks, again, thank the Québécois, thank the former members of Party 51 who've joined us by the 500-ish, right? It was Liana Minato, I hope I'm saying that, or Minato, I hope I said it right. But she did this, she secured the accountant. He's the real deal, verified, just finished with him securing that, securing retainer. We're going to go forward with forms. We're going to get it done. So share, get it out there. This will be a legal party. There is no doubt. It's going to take 3 months. In that time, we're going to open it all up for free founding memberships through the Elections Canada forms. This is the first part. We're not a fraud like every single other Crown party. They hid those forms from you. They have their Crown elites. They're appointed, they're anointed, their hierarchy. People's Party of Canada, those registered founding form members, those weren't made public. Those were done before they even went public. In secrecy. They're all members from CPC. The same folks who register CPC. And we can go on, Liberals, all of them. They don't release those real registered documents to the public. They have a scam where you sign on and pay for a membership. I can promise you all this. This party will always, whether it's selling memberships or not, after registration, we will always use the Elections Canada form. All members will be legally registered here in Canada. Legal. Not only our chosen few, and the rest of you are just superficial members, dues-paying members to nothing, right? Because Canada's democracy is a parliamentary democracy, a crown democracy for the higher-ups, the 1%. They're the only real democracy, not any of you. Every single party's the same. We're the only party in all of Canada that actually releases the legal registration forms that are submitted to Elections Canada, and your name goes in as a registered member, founding lifetime member. And even after membership, will still use the legal forms that no other federal party has ever released publicly or showcased to any of you. I've never met anybody other than wealthy delegates who are registered with those parties because they are the founding members. They're the ones with Elections Canada form. None of you. You sign some baloney party membership form that means nothing legally. It means you're just a rape victim of somebody's fraud. That's really what it is. That's what Canada has always been, always will be, outside of our party. And just you wait and see when on that website, that platform's out. Wait and see when you see the boards and the members, all of it. It's going to be an amazing thing. And then the call out for the thousands and thousands of positions we need filled just by regular everyday Canadians. Are there higher elite crown positions that require people with education? Of course. And we'll deal with that. But it's nowhere near the regular everyday positions that we need thousands and thousands of loyal to Canada, the 51st state supporters filling, and they will swear an oath, and those oaths will be registered with the United States of America. So this time around, the beautiful thing, there won't be the treachery, the crown backstabbing, because your name will be registered in the United States of America. And they will look at you as a foreign domestic threat according to their constitution. So this is what's beautiful all around about Canada, the 51st state, about registering our party, is that powers that don't exist in Canada can be found in the United States, and even the actions we do. And if people think they're going to do treacherous things like they always do, especially the Crown, think again, because your name will be registered with the United States of America, and we know how to do that. We've crossed our T's, dotted our I's, we know what we're doing, and everybody, we're going to get it done. So God bless everybody. Share, share, share. I know a lot of people are going to be like, wow, I've waited years for this. Yes, Easter Sunday, resurrection, it happened. We've got the guy, it's official. And you can see I'm like, yeah, I'm still not going to be doing a whole lot. I won't be doing lives. I want to see Kuzma fail USMCA. I'm coming back for that July 1st. And we're going to go into July 4th because there's a bunch there too for America's birthday. But now it's time to get to work. Lots to do. I have a lot to do. I have to get everybody together. A lot of forms have to be finalized now to go forward with the accountant. He knew all that stuff, which is really good. So it was fun talking to somebody at the same level as me. This guy's well experienced. And he was like, well, you know this. I said, yeah, do you know this? He goes, yeah. We went back and forth like that. So we got the right guy, the right firm. And again, everybody, it was Quebec. And there's other things I want to tell. There's other tells that the public Canadians and First Peoples really, really need to know. But I'm not right there yet to finish that because I want to make sure this party's registered. And then that's going to come up. But in this journey, there was a lot of evil we learned about Canada and China, and things I want to tell you. But I want to get through this process first. After we're legal and everything's good and we're marching forward, I will go through all of it. I will tell you the horrifying truths of Canada as I learn them to be. In so many provinces, so many, and Alberta no exception. And I know a lot of people criticizing are angry at me right now. You haven't walked a mile in my shoes. People say, oh, your ego's off the charts. Is it really my ego, or is it your complete ignorance? Your inability to see that truth because of ignorance. You didn't experience it. You haven't gone through it. You don't know. And I'm confident people will know. So I let a lot of that slide, and that's why I don't want to do a lot of these lives, because you have to let it slide off. It's not the right time. It was said to me really well, actually, by an ex-love of my life. It was funny. I remember she said this, that people aren't always ready to receive the messages. Sometimes the best thing to say is, you're not ready to receive this message yet. So I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not speaking to you. I'm speaking to those who are ready to receive. And a lot of what I say is like that. and you'll see the comments and the anger, I call it childishness. Maybe that's not the best thing to say, but it's very childlike for adults to think that way, to behave that way, to not be able to see your side of it because they want to believe in their side of it so badly and the path they've chosen, even though there's massive red flags. And we know those are red flags because you wouldn't have these eruptions, you wouldn't have these outbursts, these rages, unless deep down you know there's something wrong with the path you're on. I'm very calm, collect, cool because I know the path I'm on that's been refined over a decade really. And it came through experience, living it, knowing it, going through it, experiencing it, going out to the world, experiencing, having the courage, right? It's like, the child takes the first step to getting that first part-time job or what have you, or the first time you move out on your own away from your parents. And even in our lives, we can hit ages where some of these stylized things that should have happened in your life a long time ago. This is how I look at Americans and Canadians. Americans were raised in childhood. They'd already taken all these initial first steps. So they're looking across the border at us. It's like, wow, really? Canadians have to go like that? Like, these are adults. Like, never mind 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and you haven't taken these personal steps in your life. And yeah, that's the truth. And I know that, and I know that people need to take those steps. So part of what we're doing here and the glory of what we're doing here with this party is to take those steps and to awaken a lot of Americans to what Canada really is and what they didn't know it to be and what their founding fathers fought so very hard. Their ancestors gave their lives so very hard against an immeasurable power, so much more powerful than them at the time. But they did it. They did it through faith and belief and in the understanding of the things I'm going to be disclosing that really haven't been in the public sphere for 250 years. That's going to be all released. And I think for Americans that we're going to be asking for support, the nice part about a political party, while we can't take donations, we can sell memorabilia, we can arrange to have that memorabilia made in America. Americans can purchase that too. So that's a way to support us. I'll be going through all those legalities coming in the next 3 months, and we'll really roll that out. And people want to get involved in that, we'll show you how to do that, how to get through that. So it's glorious, everybody. I'm going to leave you all with this, that we are going to be registering PCC, Party of the Canadian Constitutionalists. We will be entering that in the weeks ahead. The only publications really will be going out on Facebook for people who want to sign up. We'll be doing that on all social media, X, YouTube videos will be made, all of that. You will see the change after registration. I will bounce back into the suit and tie. You'll see all that. These very personable Facebook Lives will be very much less. I'll be reading speeches. I'll be doing all of it. Teleprompter, open question and answer. We'll help people with that in their EDAs as they pursue candidacy. And of course, we'll be doing Crown appointment training, which will require a lot of volunteers and people who can give that all over Canada for all those who want it and are going to need it, especially for the appointments. So hang on to your seats. We got a long, arduous road ahead. It is Canada, the 51st state, the hard way, but nothing that's of value that doesn't come from hard work and the hard way. Achievements are made that way, and human growth is made that way. Speeding towards something, delusions of, we need a great leader or Donald J. Trump to do this for us. That doesn't get you where you go. And if the work isn't put in, you don't achieve anything. So that's my video, everybody. Love you all. God bless. God bless Jesus Christ. And, you know, it's amazing. Jesus' birth. This was delivered on Sunday. I did want to give that video, but I wanted to make sure, because that happened to us before, this is real. This is official. This is going to happen. God bless. Love you all. Get ready. Hang on to your seats. We're going forward. Love you all. Bye now.